Oh my goodness! It didn't wanna. It didn't want to capture this article, which this is just a little article. Um, it's not an in-depth. Uh, it's not an in-depth research. Okay, this is just you know some people they just don't have the eye salve, and especially Christians. Okay, especially those of the Christian church. Okay, they don't have the eye salve. Now see this. I don't know if the bubble is supposed to be like that or not. See, so they ready to cut my video. The bubble it still haven't even went to the mob is in M. Okay, it's still on this. All right, so that lets you know what time these devils are on. So anyway, I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all praises, all blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect, pushing, teaching, delivering this word with all truth and sincerity, diligently. All right. Um, and all, that comes with it, afflictions, whether it be affliction, suffering, all right. Making that sacrifice to make sure that the elect, receive, all right, this eye salve, all right. And shalom to the women and the children who watch and who learn as well. All right. Much love. And as you see, Mobson is still at it. All right. Um, you see the floating. It normally just shows an M. All right, until you click on it. All right. But anyway, I'm gonna start off this lesson with the scripture. All right. And this is Nahum 3:1. Nahum 3:1, and it says, "Woe to the bloody city." All right, and that's pretty much Esau, the Edomites as a whole. All right, America. All right, uh, everywhere where Esau, Edom is. All right, is a bloody city. All right. Um, Let me see something real quick. 1 second. All right. Let me read it. Let me read the scripture real quick. All right. Psalms 109 and 9. All right. Says, let his children be fatherless and his wife a widow. All right. And this is talking about future. Okay. Things that will happen in the future to this bloody city. All right. To these Edomites. All right. When they are put, when the Lord, comes and visits these Edomites. All right. And we're seeing tidbits of that. All right. You got Helen. All right. These hurricanes, they're hitting all sides of Florida. All right. They're hitting the east side, the west, the people on the west side that thought that they were safe. Okay, now you have a hurricane coming straight out of the Gulf. Okay, that's going to come through there. All right. So all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for that. Okay. All right, this is Psalms 109 and 13, jumping down, says, let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. Okay? So this hasn't happened to Esau yet. All right? But this is going to happen. All right? This is in the making. All right? Of this bloody city. All right? Which is, ultimately it's all of the Edomites. All right? But now it's America. All right? Because America is the worst of the worst. All right? It says it is full of lies. All right? And this place is, the education, the educational institutions, all right, full of lies. Everything that you've been taught here, for the most part, have been lies, all right? You've been taught lies. Now, no, there it goes. Now it's fixed. Now, I just woke up this morning. All right, I was about to get ready to leave, and I gotta try to do a lesson when I can. All right. If mob's in there, then it's not acting up. But something was on my mind, and so I just decided to look at it. All right, because both this scripture has been on my mind. Nahum 3:1. All right, and in this scripture it goes deep. All right, it goes very deep. So when you have scriptures like this, I decided to just look back. All right, because now I was watching some Edomite. All right, he was on the news, and he said that the Iranians, when they responded to this madness, to the genocide that's going on, when the Iranians responded, this U.S. I believe he's some type of military person. He said that the Iranians were targeting the civilian population. This is what an American I don't know, what he is, but he's some type of military spokesperson that speaks on the news. And he said that the Iranians were, targeting. He said he could look at the trajectory of the rockets and could tell that the Iranians were targeting the civilian population. All right. And so I said, wow, that's something that this guy can look from a TV screen and see the trajectory of a missile and tell that it's going towards and get on the news. He jumped on in front of the news, and people watch the news all the time. All right. No one questioned this individual. All right. He said that the Iranians were targeting civilian populations. He said Tel Aviv, and so there was, I believe it was on Steve Ram, okay, or and they also said, now these media outlets here in Babylon the Great, they are controlled by the J-Man. The J-Man controls the media outlets, okay, as well as the banks and other areas, all right? It's all controlled by the J-Man. Okay, if you don't know who the J-Man is, you better, watch some more of these videos. um, he controls the banks, hospitals, all right? He controls the movement, the narrative for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He controls your narrative. You know. So, anyway, I decided to just, I just did a Google search, all right? And this is an AI overview, all right? And this AI, trust me when I tell you, this AI has been programmed to not give all of the information, all right? Or I have to be more specific in my search, all right? So I typed in Jewish people in Palestine in the 1800s, all right? In the 1800s, Jewish people in Palestine. Now, if you look at the J-Man, all right, in Palestine, all right, in 1800s, because it says the Jewish population in Palestine in the 1800s grew from 7,000 in 1800 to over 60,000 by 1914. Now, this population of J-men was uh, even smaller than this. All right. Now, like I said, this is not an in-depth. Uh, this is not in-depth research. Okay. But I want you to look at keywords. All right. Keywords. As we go into this, okay. First, it says before immigration. Okay. So you're not native to any place that you have to immigrate to. See, the AI is not going, see, the AI is not going to falsify the things. It's just going to provide the information that it can receive. So before immigration, so there was an immigration of people calling themselves Jews into Palestine. All right. And you had the Herodians, you had some of these J men who may have you know remained in that region, uh, you know come over, taking trade, because the J men made a lot of money from the slave trade. Okay. From the slave trade and the banking industry, their control of the banks. So they were able to move around. So before immigration, all right, it says in 1880, there were about 25,000 J-men in Palestine who had lived there for generations. Okay. They were concentrated in the holy cities of Jerusalem, Safed, Tiberias, and Hebron. All right. Immigration. All right. Jewish immigration to Palestine began to increase after the Tanzimat reforms of 1839. The first two waves of immigration were under the Ottoman Empire. So you had a lot of those people that came from the Ottoman Empire. Okay, that's where those you know older generations of J men, all right, were at. They were in, you know, uh, mixed in up in the Ottoman Empire. First, Aliyah between 1882 and 1903, 20,000 to 30,000 Russians fled pogroms, okay, in Tsarist Russia and migrated to Palestine. So we didn't have to say that these people were the Khazars. And keep in mind, all right, keep in mind that word Khazar comes, I believe it comes from the word, it's the same as the word Caesar, okay? Khazar and Caesar are the same word. Okay? Khazar and Caesar, I believe, are the same word. Now, I could look it up, you know. Um, Let me see. One second. I can try to look that up. All right, here we go. Caesar. Let's see if I gotta know how to spell it, right? C-E-A-C, no, C-S-R-E. Is that it? No, man. That's not it. Let me see if I can look up Cazares. Okay, I put in Cazares. All right, it says by 1670s from Russian or Polish Ukrainia, a specific use of Ukrainia. All right. So, and they don't want to. They didn't give a lot of information. One entry found. So that's like czar, all right? I guess that's like czar, right? Let me see. Let me take the IST off. Let's see what that comes up. Czar. There it goes. There it goes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Czar, the common title of the Emperor of Russia. Okay. 1550s. From Russian Tsar. All right. From Old Slavic Tsari. Okay. From Gothic Khazar. All right. From Greek Khazar. From Latin Caesar. Okay, Caesar. First adopted by Russian Emperor Ivan IV, 1547. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't wrong. So that word Khazaris, all right, goes back to Caesar, all right, and so these people, the J men, okay, they they're a lot of them are Caesars, all right, going back to Rome, all right, they're the modern day Caesar, okay. So remember when the Lord told, believe it was one, believe it was Peter, and he said, let me get that scripture real quick. I don't want to make this long. Let me see how much time is on there. Mhm. Oh man, this just went right to it. This went right to it. Beautiful. The water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is Matthew 22 and 21. It says, I'm starting at 17. It says, tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? Okay. And come on. All right. And the Lord said, show me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. So that's the same thing in this day and time. All right. That's the same thing in this day and time. All right. They bring you a penny or a nickel or a quarter. Okay. And he said unto them, whose is this image and superscription? All right. And that goes as well for today. Your modern Caesars. Okay. The modern Caesar in this day and age is who? The Rothschild family, the bankers, Amalek, the Edomites, the J-men. All right. And they're here in America. They have, control and sway over America just as they do in Asia. All right. Western Asia. So the Lord said, show me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he said unto them, whose image? Okay. When you look at the image on your currency here in Babylon the Great, and the superscription, it's Esau, Edom, all right, and the J-man, all right. So they said unto him, Caesar, all right, Caesar's, Khazars, all right. Then saith he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto Yahweh the things that are Yahweh's, all right. And, you know, that's what a lot of people here in Babylon the Great, they can't break from, all right? Especially Israelites, teaching, Israelites who hop up, okay, and they teach and they have a following. But hey, large following, all right? But anyway, so you see who these people are, all right, that are in Israel, where, the land of Israel, where there is a war, okay, a war going on, all right. People talk about the Hebrew Israelites, say, oh, well, look what they're saying. But yet and still these people who are calling themselves Jewish people, they're committing genocides, okay, on people all around them. And yet people are looking at us, pointing the finger. Oh, look what he said. He's hollering, he's screaming. All right. So We're going to look at their cleanup control. They tried to clean things up. It says Zionism. The modern Zionist movement began in 1882. And small groups of J-men began to establish agriculture colonies in Palestine. In 1897, the World Zionist Organization declared the goal of creating a Jewish homeland in Palestine. All right. The J-man population in Palestine was made up of a variety of groups, including Ashkenaz immigrants from Eastern Europe, Sephardic groups from Bulgaria, and North African and Yiddish-speaking communities. All right. So, more Europeans. All right. More Europeans, more Edomites. All right. So, go to Nahum 3:1 again and end this lesson. And I just, it's just something. I just wanted to do a quick video. So it says, woe to the bloody city, which is, again, ultimately it's America, but altogether it's these Edomites as a whole, whether they're the Russian Edomites, all of the Edomites as a whole, but specifically the U.S. and Israel. All right. It says, it is all full of lies and robbery. Okay. So they have robbed, they've robbed, people of their culture, of their heritage, here in the West. Okay. They lie and they rob. That's what they do. They lie and rob. If they tell you that it's a treaty, if they tell you that they have something good for you, we told you first, and you're gonna hear it from the Israelites that they lie and they rob. They say they have something good coming your way, it's here to save you. They lie and they rob. If as you see, most of you so-called Negroes and Hispanics and Native Americans, you are in dire straits. Taxes are high. The cost of living is up. Okay. And they're not, they're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine and to Israel to waste on dropping bombs while, you're here suffering mentally and spiritually. All right. And they don't give a damn about you. All right. They don't care that you're here suffering mentally, spiritually. The food here is terrible. Cities and towns are undeveloped. They rather spend money dropping bombs, billions. Okay? But all of that war is to what? To perpetrate a fraud and a deception. And the deception and the fraud is that they are the real Israelites. That is the deception. That is the fraud. And so there's war, there's conflict that's resulting from it, which is not going to resolve. This is it. Okay, we are in World War III. All right. And when did this begin? No, World War III began when they decided to, and I put this in another video, when they decided to attack the axis of evil. Okay, they went after Saddam Hussein. They went after Muammar Gaddafi. Okay, this was, they did that so that they would have the upper hand in Western Asia. Okay? They always have been partners with the J-Man. Okay? Those buildings coming down 9/11, if you don't have any eye salve, you won't see it. Okay? That was a part of their plan. That was the signal to all participants that, look, this is it. And I'm not just talking about president. I'm talking about people with power, the WEF, all right? And other people with power, corporations. These people are not speaking. When you see them addressing the UN, and they're not addressing the UN and, making these decisions with the intent on their countrymen or citizens uh, in mind. They're doing that with corporations in mind. They represent corporations. All right? So it is all full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. Okay? And, you Israelites, at the end of the day, man, listen, you are the prey. Okay? You're not going anywhere. Okay? They won't allow you. Now, you do have some jakes, they up and leave, and, they go, but, they can't really get established. And that's the whole thing with this place, is to keep you jakes, you Israelites, from being able to be established. That's always been their goal. Okay, whenever we were building the temple, and now we're building this, this new temple, all right, which are the elect, all right, they're trying to jump in and, hamper, stop us from rebuilding, all right? Anything that you jakes try to build, they tear down, okay? Your spokesman, your leaders, okay, are the J-Man. The J-Man says what you can do, what you can't do. You see that with these rappers. All of these entertainers are put in place by the J-Man, okay? If they get out of line with the J-Man, they lose everything they have, okay? The modern day Herod, you could say, all right? But anyway, I didn't want to make this video that long. Just a quick video going into, few words, and, Lord willing, you are edified by this, and you can see now, the truth is not hard, okay? So with that being said, till next time, Shalom.